Hi everyone, and a warm welcome to Shidi Sai and Soba Spiritual Talks. Today we are going to learn about Chapter 9, Sri Sai Satcharitra. It is a informative chapter that deepens the reader's understanding of Sai Baba's divine nature, his strict spiritual discipline, and his boundless compassion. It transitions from recounting Baba's miracles to revealing the deep profound truths of his actions. The chapter focuses on the importance of absolute obedience of the Guru's orders, the hidden spiritual necessity behind Baba's mendicancy or bhiksha, asking for alms, and the ultimate Upanishadic truths of seeing God in all living beings, demonstrated through the experiences of Thakur family. Now we learn about Guru's order. A unique rule in Shirdi was that no devotee could leave the village without Sai Baba's permission. If anyone attempts to leave against his will or ignore his departure instructions, they faced unexpected accidents or immense suffering. On the other hand, if Baba commanded someone to leave immediately, they could not stay a moment longer. The chapter illustrates this through two striking examples. In this first story, Tatya, who is a very close and intimate devotee, once decided to go to the Kopargaon bazaar in a horse-drawn cart, Tanga. Baba warned him, "Don't hurry, wait a little, forget the bazaar, and don't leave the village." Seeing Tatya's stubbornness, Baba advised him to at least take Shama along, another devotee of Baba. Ignoring the Guru's warning, Tatya drove off. Soon after, one of his energetic horse bolted, sprained its ankle, and fell, causing the Tanga to crash. Tatya almost escaped severe injury, but immediately realized the cost of disobeying his motherly love of Sai Baba. This story is about a European gentleman arrived in Shirdi with a introductory note from Nana Sahib Chandorkar. When he approached Baba, he wanted to kiss Baba's hand, a gesture Baba rejected, ordering him to sit in the open courtyard. Feeling highly insulted by this, the man decided to leave Shirdi immediately. Baba advised him not to leave in a hurry. Instead, leave the next day. But the egoistic man disagreed the advice and left in a tanga. On the way, the horse got frightened by bicycle. The tanga overturned, dragging the man for some distance, and he ended up in the Kopargaon hospital with severe injuries. Spiritual significance in this story is Guru is the ultimate protector. It seems like ordinary instructions, but actually divine shields meant to alter a devotee's negative karma, prarabdha. Disobeying the Gurus out of ego breaks that protective shield, leaving the devotee vulnerable to the harsh consequences of their destiny. The spiritual necessity of mendicancy, Bhiksha. A common question arises to everyone. If Sai Baba was the Lord of the universe, why did he live like a fakir and ask for alms door to door until the end of his life? The author Hemant Pant explains this from two perspectives. The right to ask alms, according to Hindu scriptures, only those who have renounced all worldly attachments, wealth, family, fame, and becomes true celibates or sannyasis have the absolute right to live by bhiksha. Since Baba was the ultimate renunciate, he possessed this right. Eradicating the Panchasuna, five sins. Householders in their daily routines unknowingly commit five types of sins called Panchasuna against microscopic organisms and insects. These occur during grinding, pounding, washing, sweeping, and littering the earth. To compensate for these daily sins, scriptures recommended feeding guests, sages, and animals. By standing at the doors of his devotees and accepting their food as bhiksha, Baba was practically absorbing and washing away these five sins of the householders, granting them spiritual purification. The second story is about Thakur family. The chapter beautifully highlights the pure devotion of the Thakur family. When Mrs. Thakur and her son left for Shirdi, the father accepted to perform the daily worship of Baba at their home in Bandra, which includes offering of Naivedya, offering food. For a few days, he did it flawlessly. However, one morning, in a rush to leave for work, he performed the puja but completely forgot to offer the Naivedya. At the exact moment in Shirdi, Baba turned to Mrs. Thakkar and complained that he had gone all the way to Bandra to eat, but found that the plate empty and had to return hungry. Mrs. Thakkar and her son immediately understood that her husband had made mistake in the puja. This incredible incident proved Baba's omnipresence, showing that true worship is never bound by physical distance, and the Lord craves only for the pure love and sincerity of his devotees. In the last story, it's about dog. Mrs. Tarkat lovingly fed piece of bread to a hungry stray dog. Later that day, when she went to the Dwarka Mai, Baba expressed immense satisfaction, saying he was full and belching because of the lovely bread she had fed him. She is confused. She asked how she could have fed him when she herself was dependent on others for food. The golden quote. Baba then revealed the ultimate truth of the universe with these nectar like words. Having eaten that lovely bread, I am very content, and I am still belching. The dog which you saw before your meal, and to which you gave the piece of bread, is one with me. And also, other creatures are one with me. I am roaming in their forms. He who sees me in all these creatures is my beloved. So abandon the sense of duality and distinction and serve me as you did today. And also remember, offering a meal to a family and friends is a beautiful act of love. But because it is rooted in our desire for connection and affection, it carries a subtle expectation. True Nishkama Karma, selfless action, is practiced when we open our doors at a mealtime and share whatever simple food we have with an unexpected guest, like it can be a person or dog or cat, any living being, asking for absolute nothing in return is a higher spiritual practice. Hearing this, Mrs. Tharkar eyes filled with tears, and her joy knew no bounds. Detailed spiritual explanation. The profound moral of this chapter is to seek God in all beings. The fundamental text of Sanatana Dharma, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam all profoundly declare the concept of Advaita, non duality, and Sarvantaryami, God residing within and everything. They teach that the same divine spark animates a human, a dog, a pig, and a cow, and even an ant. However, for a common man, understanding the Upanishads intellectually is easy, but practicing this incredibly difficult. By accepting the bread eaten by the stray dog as his own meal, Sai Baba brought the highest Vedantic ideology out of the scriptures and into the dusty streets of Shirdi. He practically demonstrated how to eradicate the ego and the illusion of duality, serving the hungry, loving animals, and showing compassion to the needy and poor is not just a social service. It is the highest form of the direct worship to the Supreme Lord. As Haimat summarizes this, makes Sai Baba the greatest exponent and practical teacher of the Upanishads. Om Sai Ram.